CSGO is simply one of those games that just refuses to die, and other shooters from that era are kind of gone or abandoned, not really touched anymore. Some of them might be remembered, but have kind of been left behind. So why does CSGO still have players when so many other shooters have come and gone and faded away? Well, there's a few reasons, and nostalgia is only one of them. Nostalgia does play a role. A lot of players grew up with Counter-Strike, Half-Life, Source Engine games, and early PC shooters. Counter-Strike started as a Half-Life mod, but that legacy matters as Valve built a entire era of PC gaming around the Source Engine and its design. But nostalgia is not the only thing that's going to keep this game alive for decades. There's tons of other nostalgic shooters that nobody plays anymore. People remember them, but they've been kind of almost forgotten with time and left behind. CSGO survives because it still feels good to play, and it's simply just fun, which is kind of hard to find these days for some odd reason. CSGO can also run on pretty much anything. You don't need the new systems. It can run just about any PC at this point with how old the game is. That alone does help it, as the new games, you have to have pretty expensive machines just to run them. That alone helps keep CSGO alive. Now, when you jump into lobbies, one thing you notice immediately is the terrible microphones. There's either bad microphones, no microphones, or you will run into one guy with perfect audio. Yeah, he's recording, and probably going to upload you for content. Yeah, if you find a guy that has a nice sounding mic, I can pretty much guarantee you, probably recording a YouTube video. The reason why the mics are typically bad in this game is because of the minimal hardware requirements. And they buy the cheapest mic they possibly can because it's not their problem, it's your problem. You're the one that has to listen to it. It doesn't affect them at all. But due to these low entry requirements, it creates a massive consistent player pool because anybody can easily just hop into the game. Not to mention, it's completely free to join it. A lot of modern shooters quietly kill themselves by demanding too much from player systems, and CSGO never did that. I'm going to pick on Battlefield 6 here. When I stream Battlefield 6, my frames get absolutely abysmal to where I have to drop the graphics setting down. And we're talking like low. I can run it on medium sometimes, but a lot of times I have to drop it down to low. And my computer's pretty decent. I can run VR on it and do a lot of crazy things. If I can run VR and record, I should be able to run Battlefield 6 and stream just fine. But for some reason, it gets really choppy if I try to go above medium. It doesn't have it. It is way too high of system requirements. And I think they wanted to even go higher than what it's currently at. It takes enough CPU as it is. But anyways, let's get back into CSGO, as that's what we're here for. Now, this is a bit of an uncomfortable one with CSGO and a bit of a controversy. A huge reason CSGO still has players is the skins and the supply drops. Or loot crates, whatever you want to call them. People have so much money invested in this game, sometimes hundreds, thousands of dollars, that skins in the game are no longer cosmetics. They are actually value and actually hold an actual dollar value. Because they have certain rarities that people actually spend tons of money for these things. And they will trade them too. I mean, you can spend a couple dollars for a supply box, get a nice real item, and sell it for thousands of dollars. It's insane. CSGO literally has a built-in gambling system. I mean, it's just gambling. It's going down to Vegas, full guns. And once players invest that much money into it, they are less likely to leave it because they have so much money invested into the game. I am actually like that with Modern Warfare 2019. I have done all the season passes and have plenty of bundles. I see no reason to hop onto another Modern Warfare title when I have so much invested in that game. Now, is the skin situation necessarily healthy with CSGO? Well, that would be a separate discussion. But does it keep people playing the game? Yeah, it definitely does. Now, there's no true replacement for CSGO. People like comparing this to Valorant, but they are not the same game. CSGO is very grounded, it's a very modern-esque style, and it has a lot of physical traits that Valorant fails to deliver on. Like with CSGO, when you shoot a wall, bullets leave holes, the fire spreads from the Molotovs, the explosions feel a little more grounded and real than Valorant does. Valorant just has a very cartoon feel, to where CSGO feels very grounded. The map reacts to your items and weapons as you would believe it should, to where Valorant's map pretty much doesn't react whatsoever. Valorant kind of strips a lot of the game fundamentals away in favor of abilities, cooldowns, and fantasy mechanics. Some people love that, that's fine, but it's completely for a different type of player than CSGO is. CSGO is very basic. Aim, position yourself in a good spot, recoil control, and map knowledge. There's no ultimate ability saving you from a bad situation and no character power to give you a bit of a gameplay edge over your opponents. CSGO is just very grounded. Valorant is just kind of more of a cartoony hero shooter, if you will. Now, a big reason why CSGO still exists, older Valve games were made with intent, with detail, and with care. No Battle Pass anxiety, no FOMO events, no crossover skins subbed in every season looking at you Call of Duty. CSGO is made to be fun first. You jump in, you play, you mess around with some friends, you throw guns over walls, you do stupid stuff, and it works. Modern gaming is just built to extract engagement instead of creating enjoyment. That's literally all it does. It's just the TikTok of video gaming, where you just consistently have to just doom scroll your way through stupid challenges to get skins. See, CSGO doesn't do that. It actually respects the player's skill and time. See, CSGO also survives because there's not these new stupid matchmaking skill-based systems. It actually feels like an authentic experience, unlike the modern gaming, where it's very skill-based and doesn't feel authentic at all. Most modern games have flattened the curve to protect casual players, but CS never had to. CSGO also has prestiging, which for some reason have just been forgotten about, especially in Call of Duty. Call of Duty used to have this feature, but it just did away with it for some reason. And this is pretty important to players. It's their way of showing off, hey, I've spent a lot of time in this game to get up to this prestige, and my skills match with this prestige. Well, now it's just, oh, we're going to reset everybody's prestiges, then why are we all prestiging? It's basically like you get really good at the game, and you have nothing to show for it. To where CSGO gives you this special emblem icon that says, hey, I'm really good at this game. Call of Duty doesn't do that anymore. It's thrown that away. It makes no difference whether you're good or bad, as long as you put a bunch of time in to get all the skins in the battle passes. See, people play CSGO because it's fun. It's just simply that. It's fun. It respects the fundamentals, it rewards skill, and it doesn't chase consistent trends like new games do. Until another game truly replaces that feeling, not necessarily a copy but matches it, CSGO will stay around. And judging by the current state of modern shooters, that's not going to happen anytime soon. There's a lot of modern shooters that are just losing players, not because the gunplay is terrible, but because the structure is just exhausting. Live service used to mean long-term support, but now it means more like an obligation. Daily challenges, weekly, seasonal grinds, exploiting battle passes, limited time events, just a bunch of extra FOMO. You have to log in. Oh, you're gonna miss out, even though you already paid money for the stupid battle pass. You pay money to grind at the game. That makes no sense. What is the system? They're trying to make games go from being fun to being a second-hand side job. Like, what is happening? COD is a good example of this. You play matches, unlock things, and then you log off. Just like that. That's how it used to be. Now it's multiple battle passes, consistent events, XP tokens, crossover skins, menus that's designed like a Netflix app with ads in the bottom right getting you to try to buy skin packs. And if you step away from the game for a month, you come back left behind with everyone having the new stuff, new guns, new attachments. A lot of the new guns dropped with the battle pass, so now you run into guns you don't even have unlocked that'll even better on what you have and feeling already burned out than you did before. It's not engagement, it's just fatigue. And Halo also has another problem. Halo used to have freedom with custom games and the folds and missing our friends. Modern Halo just kind of ditched all that and just turned into a live service slot model. One thing I will give Halo is that the battle passes don't expire. I do like that. However, they didn't really update or add anything additional to the game besides skins, so it just kind of got left behind. That's the state of Halo Infinite right now. It doesn't even really get played at all. I don't think anybody even touches Infinite anymore. There's just not a reason to. It feels worse than its predecessors, so it just looks nice graphically, but it's lacking a lot. And Battlefield 6 is another casualty. Battlefield had the prime opportunity to take the FPS player base as a whole, and it just kind of flopped and fell on its face as it got filled with seasonal content, timed unlocks, battle passes, and just a bunch of AI emblems and extra AI stuff and skins people don't really care for, and it's just the updates is basically just here's more items in the shop. That's most of modern games these days. And CSGO doesn't care if you leave for a week, a month, or a year. You come back and it's the same as when you left it. Literally the exact same. You can play it just because you want to. There's no timer. There's no challenges, there's no battle passes. It's just the way it's always been. And that's partially why the nostalgic part of it works and lasts. Because you can pretend it's the good old days again by playing CSGO because it's still the same as you remember. See, the thing is, games are designed around retention to burn players out faster and just keep them in the shop and buying as many things as possible. CSGO doesn't have to trap you. It trusts that you're going to come back because it's just a fun time. You can hop back into it like it's playing through middle school, high school, and college with your buddies again and just relive those moments. You can't really do that with these new games these days. I mean, I've seen people try to play even the newest Modern Warfare 3 and it's pretty broken because Activision kind of wanted to kill it off, so that way you'd be forced to buy their newest title. When live service games die, they die extremely hard, and Battlefield 6 is having that right now. Its numbers are already dying off because the battle passes and new content has been delayed, and the current content is pretty lackluster. CS survives because it lets the players breathe. They can go play another game for a minute, and then come back. The modern gaming wants you to think it's a outdated design when it's literally the design that they should be using. You want your game to last long term. But the problem is they want you to forget about that game and buy a new game. Look at it. It's nice, new, and shiny. Except it's worse than the last title. Except we're going to make the last title broken so you can't even play it. Valve does not need to make a CS3 because CS2 does everything perfectly. The only thing it would need is updated graphics, and that's it. Everything else works as it should. I don't know why it's so difficult for these modern companies to make an actual fun game anymore, but for some reason, they can't comprehend that. They seem to not understand that making a game fun that keeps the players on it is way more valuable than just doing this FOMO battle pass crud. There's a reason GTA 5 is still like one of the most played games ever. Modern gaming is just designed to keep you logging in every stinking day, and CSGO just gives you a reason to come back. It lets you take a breather and then come back, and it's just fun. Modern gaming, it's just grinding. That's all it is. It's just grind. Grind, get shiny new object, and do it all over again. CSGO was designed to be fun, and the devs actually cared about making the game. They cared about the game they were creating and putting together. Modern games, the dev team does not actually care about them. They're there just to do their job, and the problem is that's not enough to keep a game alive. It has to be created by a dev team that actually care about what they're making and have a fun time designing it. I mean, take the devs from Halo 1, for example, and look at Halo 5. The ones that created Halo 1 clearly had way more enjoyment creating the game and testing things than whoever created Halo 5. Halo 5 devs were there for the job, not to create a project just because they found it fun or intriguing. Now, Valve, the creators of CSGO, understands this, which is why they put out banger after banger. Every time Valve makes a game, it literally just wipes the market. And a lot of times it changes the entire industry as a whole on a full level because Valve tries to do something brand new and unique every single time. Modern gaming has lost this uniqueness. They've gotten too simple down to doing the same thing over and over and over again until there's no redesigning, there's no innovation. Valve has innovation and it always has. They are not going to create a game without putting innovation in it. There's a reason that Valve only makes very few games, and when they do, they are bangers. To where other companies can make double to triple the amount of games, and they all pretty much get forgotten about. It's quality over quantity. It's literally that simple. But they can't figure it out. I don't know. These new companies just can't do it until they flop out and lose everything, I guess. CSGO is definitely here to stay, and I don't see it going away anytime soon. Now, go ahead and comment down below if you are still playing CSGO or any other of the open source games in general. And hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.